What's up, everybody? Chef Anthony here in the studio. So excited this morning. We have the lovely and talented Erin.
Thank you.
Say hi to everybody. It's been a while.
Everybody.
She's back in the saddle. We're excited.
Happy to be with you.
Happy to be with you as well. Nice. So the topic that Matt and Paige gave us today is the do's and don'ts of laundry. And
you know, it's a good one.
This is a big one. I mean, we could go down this rabbit hole. You know what I mean?
So very easily. Go down
very easily. And like I get this all the time. You know, we talk about odors in washers and smelly dryers and things like this, and what are the best practices. And this is like, and I like to say, even if you have a 5 or 7 year old washer and dryer, now is the time to jump on the practice. You know what I mean? I mean, there's never like, the wrong time. You didn't
and it
miss
helps
the
extend
boat.
the lifespan of every unit.
I feel like it does. You know what I mean? So let's start with some do's and don'ts from Erin's world.
Let's start. I would say the first thing that I would say as a don't, do not overfill your washer.
Yeah.
I know it is tempting, especially if you have kids, a large family, to add a ton of things because you just want to get it done. But the more you overstuff, the cleaner your clothes are not going to get.
100%. That's
it's not going to be.
That's the debunk. Yeah.
Right. It's not going to be able to add distribute the detergent evenly, the water evenly. You're going to get spots that are still dry, and I just feel like people are so inclined to adding. Too many towels, too many bedding items.
What is your thought? Is 3/4 of the way good, or is it like, do you look at a hamper? Like, what is Erin's guesstimation?
So a rep told me years ago. Now I've been with the company a long time, so this is probably like 10 years ago, and I've always used it as my rule of thumb. I have a front load unit, and he said, act like your hand and your arm is an agitator. So if you can push back to the back of the unit, imagine that being an agitator. So like in the top load, you obviously don't go over the agitator, you work a way around. So being able to kind of touch the back and be able to maneuver around is going to give you kind of that idea of how much laundry to put in. If you cannot successfully push your way through, you've overstuffed it.
You've overstuffed it.
That's always been my rule of thumb. I don't know where it came from, but I'll tell you what, I've used it for the past 10 years.
I like that. That's our first don't. Don't overstuff your washer and dryer. You know what I mean? Give me a do.
A do? Use the features.
I love that. Yes.
A lot of these units have some really great features that I feel like just do not get enough love. I have 2 kids in daycare. My son cannot leave the house without his Stuffy and Lovey.
Yeah.
So truly, I mean, we are taking that thing to daycare, and at the end of every week, so last night I came home, I threw it right into the dryer steam function.
I love that.
It is going to help kind of take out and kind of sanitize his Lovey because it gets gross.
Yeah, you're right. Do use those features. This is huge because a lot of people don't use those dryer steam functions. They have them on their nice fancy units, things
and
like
in the washer.
And in the washer. It took me my wife's wearing the real clothes to work now. You know what I mean? So she needs and everyth's wrinkled. So what is it? Last night, boom, I hit the dryer de-wrinkle. You know what I mean? I throw her work pants in. 24 minutes. It heats it up, steams it.
Do you hang it afterwards too?
I hang it after.
Okay.
I just put it on a hanger. But, they're cool to touch. She could wear them, and they're de-wrinkled. They are literally perfect. Save chef from getting on an iron and an ironing board like old school.
I didn't even know you could iron.
I can iron. I can do that.
I'm impressed.
Listen, I am a jack of all. But anyway, it saved me. In 25 minutes, I had de-wrinkled pants. She was happy. I was happy. We all went to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But use the settings.
The features are there for a reason to benefit you. And I feel like we're so used to either hitting normal or quick wash or
100%.
something that is just kind of our.
You're right. I have customers that tell me all the time their stuff isn't getting clean because they're loading it up too much. They're hitting quick wash at 20 minutes. It's not even getting in there. You know what I mean? And look,
that's a don't.
And now that's definitely a don't.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, and you have a top load unit, look for that deep fill button because it's going to fill up majority of the water, and more water along with that soap helps it get cleaner. So, if you are going to, bypass our advice, look for that deep fill.
Yes.
Okay? So
love the deep fill
I love that. That's a great do. Use your settings. Give me another do not.
Oh, don't. What is a good one?
I say soap. Don't use too much soap. You know what I mean? This is the thing. Matt Hillebrand had the video of all videos of soaking. I don't know. He had soaked shirts in a tub in warm water, and it just kept dissipating soap because people were putting too much soap.
One of the things he told me when I first started was I wanted to walk around and smell like a walking Tide bottle. Like, truly.
Who doesn't?
Right.
It was like the old Abercrombie and Fitch,
exactly, but you just feel like, you're like, oh, I smell clean.
Yeah.
He told me to go home and put towels in the washer without detergent and tell me to see what happens.
Yeah.
So obviously, my new boss, what am I gonna do? Say no?
Yeah. No.
So I went home and I did it. And the next morning, he was like, "Okay, what'd you find out?" I was like, "There was suds." So a lot of times the cycles are not. If you do too much soap, it's not a long enough cycle to get out all of that detergent.
It is.
So you're just sitting in the fibers of the clothes, and then it's making your clothes dull.
And what do we recommend for a load laundry?
This is gonna sound crazy, everybody.
Yeah. Sit on.
You know the medicine cap?
Yep.
For a big load to the top, for a regular load, right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
I know. And it's gonna go against everything that every detergent bottle says because they want you to use more, so what? You buy more.
That's what my wife said to me. She goes, I just fill up the cap because it says to fill up the cap. I'm like, does it really say to fill up the cap? Or do they want you to buy more soap?
They want you to buy more soap. At least that's how I feel.
or now, I mean, I do have load and goes in the in my washers.
Oh yes,
So,
that's another really cool feature. Again, use that feature if you have it.
You know what I mean? So it'll do like 60 loads, especially those GE ones. It has a viscosity sensor, so it just adjusts it. The GE profile ones. Let's tell them which ones we're talking about too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they have a viscosity sensor. It has load and go. It stores the soap, and it really puts the correct
A lot of
amount
front loads have it
per order. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I love that. I think that's a great.
I think it holds up to like 50 ounces of detergent.
Yeah, I think 50 ounces.
Which is nice because it's going to essentially sense the weight of your clothes, enter the detergent accordingly.
Yeah.
And then it kind of takes that guesswork out.
All right, we're getting to the 2-minute point here. Talk to me about cleaning the washer and dryer, the do's and don'ts about cleaning, because
Clean
we
your
talk
washer.
clean, but I mean we talk about like odors and smells and stuff like that. I mean there isn't a fresh cleaner, you know what I mean? These days, I mean we can wipe it out with vinegar and run the vinegar. I mean it can be drained at the base as well in certain units. So I mean think about cleaning that out. I mean just don't think because there's soap and water and everything running in there that it's always going to be clean. The outer jackets need clean. You know, all that stuff needs to be wiped out. And I like wiping out with white vinegar, you know, maybe pouring a little white vinegar in there, running a blind, cycle.
Some of them too have like a steam cycle, which is really nice because you can just turn that on and it helps like steam anything that's been building up on the outside of the washer drum to help clean. That's how I do mine. I probably do mine about once a month.
That's good. Yeah. Do you use the fresh cleaner for that at all?
I do.
Have
And
you
I
tried
actually,
it?
Excelsior's another one that we carry in store.
Yeah.
I use that as well. It's like a nice lemony fresh scent.
Oh, that's cool.
But one thing that I will say as far as like cleaning your washer goes is it's like a car. If you don't change your oil, you're gonna have problems. If you do not do maintenance and like help the unit and use the cycles to prolong your unit, you might have issues. So they have those cycles there for a reason to benefit you as consumers. So.
See, I like that. You know what I mean? And the lint filter things. You know what I mean?
Clean that out every time.
Clean that out.
Whether it's before or after, clean it out.
I even shop vac it once a month. I have a small
really
shop
smart
vac,
idea.
like a small little guy. But I get in there and
Get
I
your
take
vent
the thing
too.
and I get the vent too. You know what I mean? I get all in there, so you know what I mean. I never have that buildup. But we run it a lot. You know.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the 10-second point here, so you know what I mean. We got a rapido, so let's wrap it up. You know what I mean? It's great seeing Erin. Erin,
Thank you.
Go
Thanks
to
for having
Dawn's
me.
Appliances, come to Hillman and see Erin and all the stores. So appreciate you guys. Thank you.